All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
Today, we are going to do something a little bit different.
That's right.
We're going to talk about sound.
Sound.
Specifically, how to add sound to Python apps.
Absolutely.
So if you're a high school Python student,
Right.
and you just spent a year, grinding through all the coursework, and now it's time for the final project.
Yep.
You're putting together that big project that's going to wow your teacher and all your classmates.
Yeah,
This is the deep dive for you.
it really is.
We're going to talk about how you can use sound
Huh?
to make your projects more engaging, to make them cooler, to just make them better.
I mean, think about it. Your games, your interactive stories,
Yeah.
even just like button clicks in your GI apps.
Yeah.
Everything is better with sound.
Everything's better with sound effects and music and little audio cues.
Exactly.
So today we're going to be looking at 12.1.2 sounds.pdf.
Yeah.
And our mission is to help you understand just the fundamentals of how to get sound into your Python projects. So let's jump right in.
All right.
So the basic idea of playing a sound in Python is actually pretty simple.
Okay.
According to our source here, you use this thing called sound,
Sound.
and you give it the URL of the sound file, just like if you were going to display an image.
Just like an image URL.
You get the URL for the image, and then
Yeah.
you display it. This is the same kind of concept.
Right.
You get the URL for the sound file, and then once you have that sound object,
Okay.
you just tell it to dot.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting how this mirrors how you handle other online resources in your project.
Yeah.
Like images or data from APIs.
Yeah.
You're used to fetching that stuff using a URL.
Yeah.
And this sound function,
Huh?
it basically just handles all the behind-the-scenes work of grabbing the audio file from the internet.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
You can just focus on when and how you want to play it in your application.
Right. So to make this more concrete,
Okay.
our document has a great example.
All right.
Let's say you have a button in your project,
Okay.
and when someone clicks the button, you want to play a little ta-da sound effect.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Love it.
So in the example, they've got some text on the screen, like a title and some instructions.
Okay.
And then they create this ta-da sound object,
Uh-huh.
and they use the URL https://a3.amazonoz.com, first here mu-cs-academy.lib.prodsoundstata.mp3.
Gotcha.
And they even give a shout out to the person who created the sound on freesound.org,
Oh, very cool.
which is a great website, by the way, if you're looking for sound effects and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Freesound.org is a fantastic resource.
So they've got their ta-da sound object,
All right.
and then they set up what happens when you press a specific key on the keyboard.
Okay.
In this case, the UDAS key.
So they're binding it to a key press.
Right. So what happens is when you press this key,
Okay.
ta-da sound.play is called,
Right.
which makes ta-da sound play.
Right.
But they also do this other little thing, which I think is really neat.
Right.
They make a label appear on the screen that says ta-da
At the same time.
at the same time.
I love it.
So it's this little like double whammy of,
Yeah.
you press the key, you get the sound effect, and you get the text on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
I think this is a really good example of how you can use sound,
Mm-hmm.
not just for like auditory feedback,
Right.
but also to like enhance the user experience
Yeah.
and make your interactions more engaging.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
reinforcing an action with multiple senses.
Right.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it makes it more fun.
Absolutely.
Now, a single sound is great,
Yeah.
but what if you want like background music in your project?
Oh, yeah.
Something that you can turn on and off.
Like a music toggle.
Yeah, like a music
Yeah.
toggle.
Yeah.
And that's where pausing comes in.
Okay.
So our source tells us about this pause method. And here's a neat little trick to get the sound playing again after you've paused it. You
Yeah.
just call play again.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, you don't have to remember a separate command or anything.
Mhm.
It's just dot play to start it or to unpause it.
It keeps the code nice and clean.
Yeah.
Easy to read.
So there's another example in the document that shows this, and
Okay.
this one is cool.
Right.
So they set up their title and their instructions,
Mhm.
but this time they have a label,
Okay.
and the label starts off saying paused.
Right.
Then they create this music sound object,
Okay.
and they use the URL for a short little clip of the 1812 overture.
Oh, wow.
So like dramatic background music.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, and they credit the source of that to Orange Free Sounds.
Yeah.
So once again, they're looking for a key press,
Okay.
but this time it's the P key.
Right.
So when you hit P,
Yeah.
the code checks what the paused label says.
Okay.
If it says paused,
Uh-huh.
it changes it to playing.
Right. And then it calls music.play.
Gotcha.
If it already says playing,
Yeah.
then hitting P changes it back to paused
Uh-huh.
and calls music.pause.
So P is like a toggle.
It's a toggle.
Yeah.
It's an on-off switch for the music.
Mm.
And the label on the screen tells you know what the current state is.
Yeah, I really like this pattern
Uh-huh.
because it uses a variable
Right.
or like the state of an object, like the text of the label,
Right.
to determine what action to take next.
Yeah,
It's just like a classic fundamental programming pattern
it is.
and allows for interactive and like dynamic behavior in your application.
Yeah, you don't have to write, separate code for every single possible scenario.
Exactly.
You can just have it check the state of something.
Yeah.
And then make a decision based on that.
Exactly.
Now, the document actually has a little brain teaser about this.
Oh.
It asks, what would happen if you tried to pause a sound that was already paused?
Okay.
And they even suggest trying it out.
It's like put two music.pause commands right after each other in your code.
Right.
And the answer is the music pauses, but it never starts again.
So it just stays paused.
It just stays paused.
Right.
And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if it's already paused, pausing it again doesn't do anything.
I surely stopped.
Yeah, you have to explicitly tell it to .play
Right.
to get it going again.
Okay. So it's a subtle detail.
Yeah.
But it's important to understand how the sound object manages its own state.
Uh-huh.
Once it's in that paused state,
Right.
it's going to stay there until you explicitly give it a different command,
Right.
like play.
All right, so let's say you've got this dramatic 1812 overture playing in the background.
Okay.
And you want to make sure that every time it plays, it starts from the very beginning.
From the beginning.
Like you don't want it to resume from where it left off if it was
Yeah.
paused.
Gotcha.
Our source explains that if you just use .play, it might resume from where it left off.
Right. But if you want to make sure it always starts fresh,
Okay.
you use play.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's this extra little parameter you can give to the play method, and it just makes sure that no matter what, it always starts from the beginning.
This gives you more control over how the sound behaves.
Yeah.
Especially for sound effects, you know?
Yeah.
Like you want your fanfare to always play from the beginning.
Right.
Every time it's triggered.
You don't want like a half fanfare.
Yeah, no half fanfare.
Like the whole thing.
You want the full impact.
So the third code snippet in the document shows exactly how to do this.
All right.
They've added another instruction to their project.
Okay.
So now it says press R to restart the music.
Okay.
And in the part of the code that checks for key presses, they've added this new condition of key R.
Gotcha.
And if that's true, then it calls music.play.
Okay, so P is still our pause unpause toggle,
Exactly.
and R is now our restart from the beginning.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we can play, we can pause, we can unpause, we can restart.
What else could we possibly need?
What's next?
What's next? Looping.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes you want a sound to play over and over again,
Right.
like some background music in a game level, or, some kind of ambient sound.
Atmosphere.
Yeah, just something that's constantly playing in the background.
Right.
The document shows how to do this using play, loop, true.
Oh, true.
Another little parameter you can give to play.
Okay.
And this one tells it to keep playing the sound over and over again.
So useful for creating immersive experiences, like the constant hum of a spaceship engine.
Yeah.
Or that repeating melody in a menu screen.
Right.
Yeah, looping is key.
Yeah, it can really add a lot to your projects.
For sure.
So the fourth example dives into looping.
Okay.
And they're using a different sound this time.
All right.
It's a repeating electronic drum beat loop.
Cool.
Called Electronic Drum Beat Loop 1.
And they credit audio sound clip for this one.
Nice.
So the code for the P key, now it's a little bit different.
Okay.
It toggles between music.play, loop, true, to start the continuous beat,
Right.
and music.pause to stop it.
Gotcha.
So one P press starts the loop, another P press stops it.
I like that they're keeping the P key as the toggle.
Yeah.
It's really user-friendly.
It's consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
And the pause label, it's still there.
Oh,
So it still tells you whether the music is playing or paused.
very nice.
And guess what?
What?
Another checkpoint question.
Oh, these are fun.
I know, they're great.
I love a good brain teaser.
So this one asks, what happens if you try to combine looping and restarting?
Okay.
So you do music.play, loop true, restart true.
Both at the same time.
Both at the same time. So you're telling it to loop and to restart every time.
Gotcha.
And the answer is the music loops, but always from the beginning.
So it restarts every loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll play the whole loop and then it'll jump back to the beginning.
Right.
And play the whole loop again.
Instead of just continuing seamlessly.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of like a,
A forced restart.
A forced restart, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which makes perfect sense because you're telling it to restart, even though you're also telling it to loop. So it's like,
It's like
yeah.
the restart takes precedence.
It does, yeah.
I mean, this really highlights the power of combining different parameters in programming.
Yeah.
You've got all these little tools, and by understanding what each one does, you can combine them in different ways to get all sorts of cool behaviors.
It's like building blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got our individual sound controls down.
Right.
We can play, we can pause, we can unpause, we can restart, we can loop.
So we've got our single sound mastered.
But what if you want to have, like, background music playing?
Yeah.
And then a sound effect on top of it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, what if you're making a game and you want the game music playing, but then you also want, like, a sound effect when the player collects a coin?
Right.
Or something like that.
Or when they jump. Or when they take damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good news for all you budding game developers.
Oh, right.
You can play multiple sounds simultaneously.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, the document says you can absolutely do that.
This opens up so many possibilities.
It does.
For, like, rich and dynamic audio experiences.
It's like, it's not just one sound at a time. It's like a whole orchestra of sounds.
You could have, like, layered soundscapes.
Yeah.
And, like, really intricate interactive audio feedback.
Yeah, you can get really creative with it.
Absolutely.
So the final example in the document shows how to do this.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Right.
So they've got their instructions on the screen, and then they create two different sound objects.
Okay.
One is called music.
Okay.
And it's this sound called Lofi Beep. They credit Wikimedia Commons for this one.
Nice.
And the other one is called Doorbell.
Okay.
Which, as you might expect, is a doorbell sound.
Makes sense.
From freesound.org again.
Those guys are great.
So they've got their two sound objects ready to go.
Right.
And now this example is even cooler because it goes beyond just keyboard interaction.
Okay.
It uses the mouse.
Oh, nice.
So they create two shapes on the screen.
Right.
A big pink circle called music target.
Okay.
And a smaller blue circle called doorbell target.
Gotcha.
And there's also a label next to the pink circle that says music has not started yet.
Okay.
And then there's another label near the blue circle that says doorbell, click me.
Okay, so we've got our visuals set up.
Yep, our visuals are set up.
All right.
So the code sets up this function called on mouse press.
On mouse press.
Yeah. So this function is called whenever you click the mouse button.
Okay.
And it checks if you clicked inside the doorbell target.
The blue circle.
The blue circle. And if you did, it calls doorbell.play.
Restart, Drew.
So clicking the doorbell makes it ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, they also have this other function called on mouse move.
Okay.
And this one is called whenever you move the mouse.
So any mouse movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it checks if your mouse is currently over the music target.
The big pink circle.
The big pink circle.
Gotcha.
And if it is, it calls music.play loop true.
Okay.
Which starts playing that lo-fi beep sound on a loop.
So as long as you're hovering over the circle,
the
music plays.
And it updates the label to say something like music is playing.
Okay.
But as soon as you move your mouse away from the pink circle, it calls music.pause and changes the label back to music has not started yet.
So you've got these interactive sound zones on the screen.
It's really cool.
I love this example.
It's very clever.
Yeah, it really shows you how you can tie sound directly to user interaction in a visual way.
And it makes the whole thing, it's more interactive, more engaging.
Yeah, it's just more fun.
Yeah, it's just more fun.
And I think for all the high school coders out there working on their final projects, you're now armed with the fundamentals of adding sound.
Yes, you are.
We've talked about using sound to bring in audio from the web and then controlling that sound object with play, pause, play, restart true, and play, loop true.
You've got all the tools.
When you've got all the tools.
Now go forth and make some amazing projects.
Exactly.
Seriously, though, even just adding a little bit of sound can make a huge difference.
It really can.
It makes your projects feel more polished, more professional. It can really elevate them to the next level.
And it's not just about making them sound good.
Right.
It's about providing better feedback to the user.
Right.
Making the experience more intuitive and enjoyable.
Yeah, it's all about making your users happy.
Exactly.
So, as you're putting the finishing touches on your projects, think about how you can use sound to set a mood.
Or to give people instant feedback when they interact with your program. Maybe even tell a little story with sound.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to experiment.
Try different sound effects.
Yeah, try different sound effects, see what works.
You might be surprised how much audio can enhance your creation.
You might even discover a hidden talent for sound design.
Exactly.
You never know.
You never know.
So as you're thinking about incorporating sound into your projects, I want you to think about other media where sound plays a huge role.
Like movies and video games.
Yeah.
Think about how those creators use sound to tell stories, to build atmosphere, to create emotional impact.
Yeah.
You can apply those same principles.
Right.
Even in your own Python projects.
Maybe on a smaller scale?
Yeah, maybe on a smaller scale.
But the ideas are the same.
The ideas are the same.
So ask yourself, what kind of atmosphere do you want to create? What kind of feedback will be most effective for your users?
Right.
What kind of story do you want to tell?
Exactly.
And then use sound to help you achieve those goals.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's our deep dive for today.
Thanks for joining us.
Go forth and make some amazing projects.
We can't wait to see what you come up with.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.